All right, we should be live now. Okay, I haven't done live in ages, so this is feeling a little bit strange. So welcome everyone, welcome back to 45 Degree Sailing. My name's Nick, and this is gonna be our weather update for Wednesday, the 4th of September. Got a bit of weather coming in, and I thought I would give my 2 cents on it to give everyone a heads up. So, as per normal, if you're new to the stream, please tell me where you're from, where you're watching from, and if you're in Croatia or whatever this is, tell us who's out there, drop something in the comments, and if we can get to any questions or whatever you've got, we will. So, let's see if my buttons are all set up and working. That seemed to work. Now I've just got to figure out how to get rid of it. Like that. There we go. Okay, so we'll sort of talk briefly about the overview of what's going on. I don't quite know where to look with my camera right now, but that's okay. Overview of what's going on, and then we'll dive into the PredictWind, the charts, the weather maps, and have a look at what's going on. And I'll share some of the challenges that I've been faced with itinerary planning and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Oh, we got Howard watching. Where we go? Latest post, latest comment. There he is. Hi Nick, Kaz and Howard. Excellent. Remove that one. Great. All right. So look, this is kind of like welcome to this climatological autumn. All right, there's a few changes happening. So until Thursday, what's today, Wednesday? Yeah, until Thursday, till tomorrow, we're basically sunny as normal, but then we're gonna have a change from the south, okay? We're going to have south cloudy, occasional chance of rain, a few thunderstorms, and on Friday night, we're gonna have a front arrive, early Friday morning with thunderstorms, and sometimes they're going to be stronger, sometimes they'll be, you know, whatever. We call this a centrifuge though, because it's going to spin from everywhere. So the wind's going to be a little bit all over the place. Weekend will bring some respite. There'll be some sun and a bit of light wind. It'll be pleasant. It'll be lovely. And then on Sunday, there's going to be a weaker sort of possibility of this happening. And then Monday, we're going to come into the south again. Now, this is going to be a bigger change. And this is, they kind of refer to this sort of thing as what's called the summer killer, because around about this time, summer's kind of finishing and we're going to hit autumn and it's going to all change. So, but we'll know more about that with the forecast that comes out on Sunday and all of that, and I'll work on keeping everyone updated on that. But we could well have the end of summer and the start of autumn, which I kind of like. I kind of love. So let's have a look at that. Who else we've got? We've got Terrence Harding watching from Canada. Hi, how are you doing, Terrence? Good to have you here. Okay, let's jump in. I need to do a screen share here, don't I? There we go. There we go. All right. So this is what I've got. That's, yeah, don't look at that yet. That's what's coming up. Let's drop a couple of pins here. Now, depending on where you are, I'm going to drop that zoom out just one. Let's just go a little bit of an overview of what's going on here. So this is what's happening right now. We've got that low pressure, which screen do you see my mouse on? This one. Low pressure looking here above, like in and around off the coast of Italy, looking at this area, and that's going to move in the normal fashion, no doubt. But that thunderstorms, all of these grayed out areas are all thunderstorms warning. Okay, so we've got thunderstorms warning, just like there's action, there's things going on that could cause thunderstorms. And so both GFS and ECMWF are showing that. And if we kind of browse through this, we can sort of see what's on the move. You can see that low pressure moving across Italy and then up and over. We're going to get into this is that summer killer coming. Here it is, boom. But that's right, we'll get on to that. So let's zoom in on the area in Croatia, because this is what we're after. So let's try and take one view back. Yeah, that'll do that. Okay, so we can see the Adriatic's quite calm. Let's drop a pin just in the, let's drop a wind measure so it's not covering the areas, just here and here. South of Ease, how about that? Yeah, just to the south of Ease, just so it shows us these wind speed. Now this is the gust map, all right? This is the gust map. So it shows us here with the wind speed, true wind direction, and the gusts as well. So we'll go over that as well. Who else is here? We've got Graham Toes. Hey, Nick and team, see you in a few weeks. Absolutely. We've also got Mac Willie 955. Hi from Graham. Oh, Graham in Scotland. Excellent. Good to have you guys on board as well. All right. Back to this. So tonight is very calm. Today was very calm. All right, we didn't have a lot going on. It was a little bit of wind in the morning and nothing much else. The guys that are out on my bareboat assist, guys and girls that are out on my bareboat assist, had a great time. But it's been pretty calm. So looking into overnight, running this through, we're going to start getting this southeast change. You can see it hits down here below Viesti, but nothing much in the morning. That's early hours of the morning. That southeast is going to come in. See that thunderstorm warning kind of just drops off on these charts as well. But we're going to get a southeast change that is going to pick up and increase through the day. That's 9 a.m. We're still not looking super strong. And remember, the red is only, this is 3 knots, wind speed 3 knots. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid of red. This is kind of like pinky red. Don't be afraid of that. As we move into the day, midday, we're starting to get something moving along now. That's not actually changing. I don't understand why. There's something going wrong there. That's better. PredictWind's actually just changed its. They aren't moving. Okay. I'm going to get rid of those because they're not moving like they would usually move. They also changed the way this is laid out. So you go to maps over here, and then you choose that you want your gust map and which forecast you want, which resolution over here, and then you can close those down. Used to be that you chose that on the side here. So anyway, but as we're looking at the split screen between ECMWF and GFS. So this is Thursday. We're at midday on Thursday. And then as you see into the evening, that southeast is really going to kick off. So here's midday. If you're looking down here, we're looking at 15 to 20 knots in and around the south of Korčula, south of Hvar. It is going to start moving by that midday, early afternoon. Okay, so, and then it will just keep increasing. ECMWF has it looking a little bit stronger right up the coast than GFS does, but not much. They're pretty much aligned. You can see that the centering of the pressure system is here. They're pretty much aligned with what's going on. So this is always a solid way to look at it and go, okay, that looks pretty good. Excellent. Not many comments coming through, and yet we've got 18 to 25 people watching. So if you are out there, let me know. So overnight, this is what we're looking at now. Like I've got someone booked in to come to the south side of this Kornati area. There's a place called Stupica, which is a very beautiful spot. Mooring balls, great, all that sort of thing. But it is going to be exposed to, let's bring up maps and just have a zoom out of that. It's going to be exposed to the southeast coming in. You can see the waves are just going to pile straight into here. So it's not going to be any good for that tomorrow night. Now, funnily enough, this, oh, I hate it when I do the zoom thingy. This system does look like, oh, the zoom. Don't touch the zoom. This system looks like it'll drop off again very fast. So this one's kind of short-lived. That's why we can expect to see some thunderstorms, some clouds, some rain, all of that coming through. And then it's going to drop off and we're turning to a northeast as it dissipates and drives away. Okay, so into later into Friday night, early Friday morning, we still got those thunderstorms. This is where we can expect, you see that low pressure and the circling around here, the centrifugal thing. This is where we can expect it to be a little bit crazy. Now, someone said on one of the comments on a video, it might have been weather update, or a video last week or a couple of weeks ago, that they saw the storm coming in and they chose to hide from that storm in a certain place, whatever it was, thinking that the wind was just going to stay that direction like they thought. Wrong. It's going to really spin around. So you cannot expect that, oh, it's northwest, so I can just be on the south side of the island. That's not how it works. So just be really really, really aware of that and think a little bit more sheltered. And if you're nervous about this stuff, look ahead to this and go, right, well, let's see if we can get ourselves on a pier or in a marina somewhere sheltered so I don't have to freak out about it. But this isn't a massively big deal. And it might be a big deal to someone else. Lovro's coming with a comment. Strange trends in charters, 20% drop in traffic in August, but September and first half of October is completely booked out. It is indeed. Bushman here, not out now, but looking to booking September next year. So listening closely. Excellent. Are you booking with us? Send us an inquiry. Remember, we do bareboat charter, and we want to help you guys navigate that charter process, make sure you get a good charter company, etc., and we can offer our other services. But yeah, go for that. Very, very good. So this is fine. And then into Friday, we're in calm again. Let's play that through. Very calm Friday night, which everyone will be happy about, coming back to charter base, looking a bit of northeast, just a bit cruisy, everything. And a calm Saturday morning, only to get a great weekend. Look at that. Saturday will be roasting in the marinas. And then a pretty calm Saturday night, first night out of charter, which is a nice way to do it. And then into Sunday, we start getting the change. But see the difference in the models here. I'm going to pop one out on the Zoom. See the difference in the models. Go away. Difference in the models with just a few different ideas of where those ridges are going to pass through. See that? One model saying southeast, another model saying northwest. Now, what would I consider the weather to be doing on that day? Let's look at the trend. You've got the ridges running over the hills, pushing up there. You're centering low pressure. And then coming in. Look, with that heat, I would expect it to be northwest in the afternoon, but this is evening, so I'd expect this Saturday afternoon, to still be northwest. You're going to get a northwest wind with the sea breeze. That's really tough, actually. We're going to have to look at that close to the time. Now, look at this. Now we're talking. Okay, so this is coming in at Monday, 10 a.m., and this is what we call the summer killer. All right, and look at this big southeast system coming through. But funnily enough, GFS is like, it's going to be nothing. Don't even worry about it. Whereas ECMWF are like, hide. I had another client send a message that he got a weather warning. Let's see. No, where is it? No, spreadsheets, blah, blah, blah. Hang on, let's drop out of that for a second. And let's see if I can pull an image up. I'll just read it out. He said that, hey, is this anything to be worried about? And this actually prompted me to do the weather update. Wind warning for Velika Glava on Mostir. Thursday 5th at 1700. Locally strong southeast winds, maximum wind gusts 35 to 40 knots. Instructions impact. Although rather usual in this region, locally potentially dangerous wind speeds are expected to produce dangerous wave conditions for small crafts. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid navigating in these conditions. Mariners should pay close attention to the marine forecast, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that is basically saying from Thursday from 5 till 11, let's go back to that chart. Thursday from 5 to 11, you've got to be really careful. And so coming back here, that is this. And definitely it could kick up. It could really kick up through these areas. So you've just got to really be aware and think, what are the fronts coming through at? How are they going to look? And just be prepared for them. This is preparation maintenance stuff for all sorts of things. Like I was just on with a client 2 days this week, and we did a little bit of training, and we re-tied all of his reef lines to make sure they're all set. And then we were just at the dock, we pulled them all in, make sure they're in a spot. Now, if you're thinking of going sailing with a forecast like this, do all of your reef line checks and all of your folding of the sail, if you've got a traditional main, do that all now. Or maybe not right now, but in the morning, when it's calm, before you go out, if you're sitting on a mooring, you can do all this without really raising your sail. And you can make sure it's all lined up, pull all your reef lines in, get them almost tensioned so that you can just raise your main to that point and stop. Now, the worst that's going to happen is, hey, the forecast didn't kick up, so let's just raise it all. And you let the reef lines open and you raise it higher. It takes a little longer, you pull them out, all good, but you knew you were in a position and you were set and reefed for that eventuation, for that thing happening. So just be really just prepared, be prepared. Looks like people have finally realized that August is the worst time to sail in Croatia, windless, hot and crazy liver. I don't know. We've had a couple of good Augusts in the last 3 years. So we've actually had 2 of them, which have been quite good. This August was fun. It was less wind this August for sure, for sure. Yeah, but the thing is that the season's shifting because of busyness and money. Booked with Chiller for the week after. Thanks for running this forecast. Always really good insight. No worries. Jugo is hated by most locals and islanders because it heats up the atmosphere and is extremely dry. Sometimes people say Jugo makes them a bit crazy. Yeah, they say it a lot. It's a bit of a broken record. I love it, but yeah, they certainly say that a lot. All right. So that's, I mean, look, this is 90% of what we're talking about. You just want to be aware. And this Thursday night, even if you think, okay, I might get a little bit of swell into that bay, you could be okay because it's going to dissipate into the evening on Thursday anyway. Look at that. It blows, how long? Most of the day. That could kick up a bit of swell. You're going to get swell. You're going to get waves on southeast, southern places. So find yourself a north side Anchorage, something sheltered from the southeast waves. And look, really good places for this are, let's have a brief look. Even just changing from Stupitsa, going over to this side of Žirje would be great. Caprier, if you're up in this area, right up in here around Murter, that is going to be great. Anywhere in the Teleščica National Park is going to be beautiful and sheltered. There's lots of spots. Primošten is going to be pretty good. Southeastern Primošten's okay. You can get a bit of a wrap. So if you're sensitive to the swells, go to Rogožnica. That is going to be protected. Look, that's just north side of Šolta, Nechuam, things like that. Maslenica will be fine in that weather. Okay, at the southeast, if you're at the marina, or Šishmish, Šešula, these will be fine. It's when it's longer, sustained Jugo and you get big Jugo waves, don't want them there. Of course, Startigrad, everyone will flock to Startigrad, so that'll be there. This side, in a southeast, you'd think there'd be a bit of wave coming through here. I came in through here earlier this season, there's a couple of vlogs on it, and I was like jibing out here to make my run past this. As soon as I got past this line here, I went from 3.5 meter waves, 4 meter waves to basically nothing. So this will be sheltered. You get a bit of a wrap over in here and bouncing off into this area. Parmigiana, great. All of these bays, great. Will be good. Veligashka as well. So these are good spots. This in here is really nice, and Žukova as well. Vrboska Anchorage will get a bit slammed, but Vrboska town will be absolutely fine. Jelsa, someone tell me what Jelsa's like in a strong southeast. I think it would be pretty sheltered, but it's terrible in the northeast. So Vela Luka will be great, and anywhere on Lastovo basically is amazing. So yeah, just think about those spots. Viz itself is going to be great. Anywhere in Luka Viz in the southeast, in Kut Viz, any of these are great. But Komija can get rolly. Remember, it wraps right around all the way in. The Komija is notoriously rolly. So just be aware of that. All right, they've been going on a little bit longer than I thought this weather update would go, but that's all good. If you've got questions about it, throw them down now. Lovro says, I love this format of weather analysis. Thank you. I mean, I think you're talking about PredictWind, but no, that's good. That's good. So yeah, if you've got questions, throw them in now. I will get to questions that come on the replay if you haven't seen this live, so we'll work on that. But that is our update for this time. I put out a post on YouTube saying, hey, if I did more weather updates, what would you like to see? When would you like to see it? You can see that post if you go to the community tab or posts or something on the channel. I don't know how it works. Graham says so helpful. Excellent. Looking forward to seeing you soon, Graham. And people said, some people said, hey, start of the charter week or like a weekend wrap up. in the mornings, they said, oh, I can't necessarily do them every day. I will work on saying, okay, I'm seeing systems come through. Here's something you need to think about. Because look, July and August, we had that. There was like two or three times I needed to do a weather update. Everything was pretty good. So I'll work on that, and we'll find when it works with our schedules and everything to give this information on a regular basis. On that note, if you are part of our Sharpen Up flotilla this October, someone else is sailing in October around that time. They said last year these weather updates were great. Remember, during the Sharpen Up flotilla, October 12 to 19, I do a weather update every single morning. It's part of our flotilla briefing training package, everything like that. And I do it live on YouTube so people can watch it and you guys can get the benefit from that too. Now remember, I'm not a professional weather analyst. I do not control the weather much. And this is my interpretation of what's going to happen and how I would deal with it in these situations. So that is not a foregone conclusion. That is not a guarantee on anything. And I'm generally, when giving advice, go on the conservative side because I know who's watching. So yeah, anyway. Throw your questions down. If you haven't liked this video already, please drop a like now. I've got 5 likes. So if there's 20 people watching, I would imagine I can get that up to 20 likes in the next 30 seconds. That'd be cool. And yeah, you'll know what I mean when I say this, if you know what I mean already, but there's some really exciting stuff coming up for 45D. And I can't wait to share it with everyone. But I'm not. And we've got a bit of a new direction with these flotillas that we're helping organize for different syndicates and all this sort of stuff. So big shout out to the Houston Sail Time crew who are going to be joining us in September 14th. That's coming up. So we're out with a big group of people in September, so we're going to be visiting, it's going to be one of the last great ones there. There's 10 likes, got more, that's great. Mission Croatia, Howard Bliss, sailing in Sicily next week if you want to broaden your forecasting talents. I wouldn't know how to join, I wouldn't know how to forecast for Sicily. I mean, I can look at this and we can move over and have a look at what's going on, but the thing that's great, I guess, about this with Croatia is I know the areas, quite well. So I know what happens when certain weather's happening, or at least I've got a good guess on it. Whereas with Sicily, we can look at it. Remember to ask the question because I'll forget. Lovro says, can I join the Sharpen Up flotilla in autumn 2025 as a solo on my own boat? You can apply. It's possible. All right. Everyone with the flotilla has to apply, and we have that call. We talk about what you want to gain out of it and everything to make sure there's a fit and that it works. You can apply. It also has to fit with the whole flotilla. Yeah, it's got to fit with the whole flotilla. So potentially, Lovro, yes, potentially. But we haven't taken. We don't really take own boats anymore, but. You've been a huge fan for ages and you've always commenting. So look, apply, jump to the flotilla page and apply, and let's see. There's no own boat option, so jump in and just select something. Yeah, and you can apply, and we'll talk about it. Yeah. So Gordana gives a thumbs up. Oh, sorry, Gordana, not Gordana. I don't know how I read that. Sorry, Gordana. Cool. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Thank you everyone for watching. See you. Maybe this weekend I'll look at doing another update because of that summer killer that's coming up on Monday, and I'm really interested to see what happens with it. Could be a lot of fun. All right. See you all.